Don't you see? I had to watch my language cause I got so many beats. Now you know what else happened? I went to Marlon cause he was a close friend. I said, I wanna make a record, yes. He said, come to my house and let me see if you're fresh. I said, no, not that way, no, not today. He said, you know, I'm just playing, Shante. I said, alright, I'll be up there tonight. He said, okay, but just say your mom, please don't bite. I said, you're insulting me, you know. I never have to bite because I always go. He said, alright, I'ma give you a chance. And then when I started rapping, I put him in a trance. He started cutting, he was doing alright. He said, yo, come up here tomorrow night. And then the next thing I knew, I had did my part. And then I had got a call from Pop Art. He said, yo, baby, that John is fresh. I said, thank you very much because you know that I'm the best. He said, yeah, you know that you're at the top. I said, oh, when I start to rock, don't you know I never stop. Then he said, yo, baby, got the cutest eyes. He said, where did you get him? I said, I don't know why. Then he said, yo, who's your manager, Ty? I said, why, Ty? He said, okay, you'll get by. I said, well, let me tell you, I'm not finished. When I started rocking, then I really started to diminish. When he said, yo, baby, don't you know that's right? I said, yeah, that's me. I never bite. He said, so tell me this, could you please sit down? I said, no, cause this ain't my part of town. So then I got the Philly, where it was sort of chilly. I met this dude named Don and Willie. It started a commotion. I felt this wet as lotion. And then the next thing you know, it started a commotion. Cause Dana came over in the middle of the night. I was listening to the wall. All I heard was a fight. So I said, let me stay in my room. And then Marlon broke out with a big room. He said, they ain't getting inside of here. I said, okay, I stand over, right over there. And then along came Magic to save the day. You know what he did? He just ran away, cause he's a runaway. Why'd you have to make a record about me?
That's Roxanne Shanté, the Queen of Rocks. And also Roxanne's Revenge, the answer to UTFO's Roxanne.